Hey everybody, welcome to the AI Guide where we're making AI human. I'm David. Thanks so much for tuning in. What does that mean, making AI human? We focus on the human impact of AI as it rapidly evolves today. So today we have a really fun story for you. It's nice to do something fun and light every once in a while. But before we do that, click the links below. Get my book on Amazon, The Beginner's Guide to AI, History of AI, and Current Impact on 10 Different Industries. And the other link is free resources. The resources help you learn much more about AI than we can do in these short segments. And everything in the resource is totally free and there to help you prepare for a highly automated future. So I promised you something fun today, and it's an article out of the Wall Street Journal. We're going to give a hat tip here to Angus Lowton, and the article is about fortune cookies. It's titled, Upheaval Hits Fortune Cookies. And then it goes on to talk about a couple of different fortune cookie manufacturers. The first one, over the past 2 decades, Charles Lee, the owner and CEO of Chicago-based fortune cookie factory Winfar Foods, has drawn on Chinese proverbs and popular sayings to write thousands of messages that have gone into his product. Winfar now supplies fortune cookies to more than 11,000 restaurants nationwide. That's a lot. Mr. Lee says he has to bring in outside copywriters due to the growth of his business. The fortune writing industrial complex, however, is on the brink of a major upheaval, the article says. Open Fortune, Inc., a New York-based company that supplies printed messages to well over a dozen fortune cookie factories around the world, says it has started using ChatGPT to generate messages. 3 billion fortune cookies are made by factories around the world every year. That's a big number. Nearly all are written by a handful of fortune cookie factory owners, their families, and small teams of copywriters. Some, such as Mr. Lee at Winfar, say AI will be a big time saver and are adopting it. Others, including Kevin Chan, say they will not be turning over their prose to software. Mr. Chan, who's co-owner of the Golden Gate Fortune Cookie Factory in San Francisco, says computers writing cookie fortunes is a sign that society is moving too fast. Mr. Chan says he makes about 10,000 handmade fortune cookies every single day. And his company has written more than 5,000 different fortunes that they use in their cookies. Sean Porat, Chief Fortune Officer at Open Fortune, says the chatbot's underlying software, designed to provide humanish responses to simple prompts, can in seconds spit out messages that are indistinguishable from those of veteran cookie writers. I want to hear comments about this, by the way. This is a great episode to comment on. ChatGPT's oddball tendency to occasionally deliver cryptic responses makes the technology a perfect fit for the fortune cookie business. After several months of fine-tuning the algorithm, the messages have become more or less intelligible. The AI software still produces head-scratchers, he says. Fortune cookies, which are largely unheard of in China, likely originated in Japan centuries ago. I knew they didn't originate in China, but I thought it was here in the US, but no, apparently Japan. Japanese immigrants in the 1800s are believed to have brought them to California. Wonton Food Inc., one of the world's largest fortune cookie manufacturers based in New York, has a distribution network that supplies more than 40,000 restaurants nationwide. Their database includes 15,000 Fortune messages so far. Instead of using software, Wonton Food is currently recruiting fortune cookie writers. Recent applicants include English literature grads and journalists. Mr. Lee, however, of Windfar Foods, the first company we talked about, believes software is up to the task and calls it a great idea. Mr. Lee still has a fondness for the many fortunes he's written with his father-in-law. His favorite is this one, which is hilarious. Yesterday was bad, but don't let it ruin your tomorrow. Or do, we're not your therapists. That's so funny. So this is a great, lighthearted episode about what's happening in society with the rapid advance of AI now, large language models. What's happening is a wholesale change in eventually all industries. And some people will embrace it and some people will reject it for a while. But this thing has a momentum of its own. That's why I keep saying, prepare yourself, get the resources in my book. Here we have an instance where it's going to only affect a relatively small group of people, right? Because the article says that fortunes are written mostly by the families that started these companies. Many of these companies are 50 to 100 years old now. And so it affects a relatively small group of people, although some of the companies are hiring copywriters right now, but it's still not going to be a big number of people. Other applications of ChatGPT to business will impact huge groups of people, including in an opinion piece that I'm not going to do, a Wall Street Journal reporter talking about the end of his work life. Be prepared. If you're in college or you've just left college, pick careers that are human-centric and especially human touch-centric, because those will be the most protected. And we've talked about what those are: massage, nursing, psychology, psychiatry. There's a lot of jobs that will not be automated as fast as other jobs. So that's it. Thanks so much for tuning in to the AI Guide. We're one shy of 700. Please subscribe. Push us over 700. Like and share also. Thanks so much for your support. Take care, and we'll see you on the next episode.